And we are live. Let me just check that I can see us in the group. Let's see. Power to transform. Yes, we are live. We
Oh,
are
great.
live.
That's awesome. Good.
I'm just going to turn the sound off because otherwise we'll get an echo. There we go.
Okay.
All right. All
Good.
right. So, oh my goodness, now I'm seeing the captions because I turned the sound off. That's funny. All right, we'll see if I'm going to leave it
I think
turned
we're going
off.
to have a little bit of trial and error.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking if we get people posting comments that I can't see who they are, then I'll go look. Otherwise, it's going to be really
Right.
distracting for me to see us on the side there.
Right.
All right, so we'll have to see. Um, yeah, I don't know if we want to chatter too much. Hold on, we've got 5 viewers already, but I don't know where they are. So welcome, welcome, and I am so happy to see you. My name is Hadass. This is my friend Lynn. Actually, there. So
Yeah.
the other way. There is my friend Lynn.
It's that
And
way.
well, for me, it's the other
The other
way.
way.
Well, it's reversed. It's all good. Hello. So if you're watching us, I would love it if you would drop a comment and say hello. Tell us where you're watching us from because we are in all sorts of places right now, and so it'll be awesome to see where our comments are coming from. So I would love for you to say hello. And yeah, so we're here tonight to talk about hair, wild hair, because
Wild, crazy hair.
wild crazy hair. Because Lynn and I are both definitely people who have grown a lot of hair in the last year or so, and we're going to talk about how that happened. Of course, everybody in the pandemic. Oh, hi Robert, you're in Missouri. That's awesome. Thanks for saying hello. And so it's good to know LinkedIn. We can actually see the comments. Can you see the comments, Lynn?
Oh, no. Well, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see too much.
Anyway, we have one viewer on LinkedIn who's from Missouri. So
Oh,
welcome, welcome.
nice. How
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's a beautiful place. And I have friends in St. Louis. It's
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about hair. So during the pandemic, oh, thank you. Pretty much everyone grew hair. I cannot believe how many people I now see with long hair. But at some point, it became possible to actually do things with your hair. Oh, hi, Janet. Oh, look at that. Janet says hello, Lynn.
Hi, Janet.
Yeah, are you in the group, Janet? You know, you can bring up the group on your phone, Lynn, and then you can see at least the comments from there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
It's
I
a
mean,
great
because
idea.
I can see the comments here, but I don't know how to make it so you can see them, and I don't want to. It's working, and I don't want to mess it up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
You're talking about the pandemic. One thing that I've noticed, I'm on a sexy foxy group for women, men that are allowing their hair to go natural. And that's something that the pandemic did. We didn't
yeah.
get out, we weren't going anywhere. So, people weren't dyeing their hair. They didn't feel the need. And plus the fact that we couldn't go into places. So I think that's what really kicked off a huge amount of us that have just said, the heck with it. Let's see what happens.
Well, it's funny because I actually did that during the pandemic. It came out to about here in the 4 months that the hair salons were closed around here. And
Uh-huh.
then I couldn't stand it. I went to my hairdresser once I could go and see him, and I said, "Do something about this. It's terrible because I had my hair colored really dark, and so it was like this white stark, and then
Yeah.
aligned and then dark. It was terrible. And he did all sorts of things, but I still hated it. So then I colored it again.
Amen.
But what happened was that a year ago, the company that we work with came out with a product that I started taking, and then my hair started growing like a total maniac. And I couldn't keep up with the color because I had been by this time, so say 2020, like late 2020, I'd started coloring again once I could. And then it was like in January, this product came out. And then like within a few months, I was like, I cannot keep up anymore.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Growing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I decided I was just going to let it go silver. So I went to my hairdresser. By now I had a different hairdresser who's a little more experienced in this sort of thing. And she was able to make it a little more, uh, a little less awful.
Awful.
But
Yeah, more
yours looks amazing, Lynn. But I think you're blonde anyway. Is that right?
yeah, and it is blending, but there's the dynamics of this, Hadass, about making the decision to allow your hair color change naturally.
Yeah.
And I think often about, I would look in the mirror and you just see that little bit here and the little bit here, and it's like, I gotta go get the touch ups, and you buy the stuff, bring it home, do it yourself. And these are huge decisions for a woman, especially in this day and age, because well, I shouldn't say day and age, it should be with in regards to age. It's
Yeah.
starting to tell people something about us personally that we've been hiding for years. And now we're starting to share it with the world, because even men, they're struggling with this. They don't want to give in, so they're dyeing their hair, and they don't allow their goat to grow, because it does tell the truth.
Yeah.
So these are huge decisions for women to make today, because of, as you mature, there's competition. And at one time, you and I were the younger woman who was the competition of the older woman. And now we're the mature woman. And to embrace this freedom is amazing. It's amazing.
Well, you make a good point about ageism, because I remember a friend of mine many years ago who was trying to get a position as a scientist actually, and her hair was graying naturally, and she was just like, "All right, I want this position." She went and she colored her hair, and it was suddenly much easier for her to get
Amazing.
positions. I know, I mean, it was in many ways actually really awful, but she was like,
Mhm.
"I want this." I want to work.
Yeah,
So she did it, but now she's retired and her hair is a beautiful silver. But because she doesn't have to please anybody anymore who has power over her. So one of
yeah,
one of the great things is that if you can actually liberate yourself from the power of other people's perceptions and be able to
true,
have your
true.
your appearance be whatever you want, then it's a great thing. It really is a great thing. And unfortunately, a lot of people still have to contort themselves and hide their authentic selves just to be able to feed their families.
Yeah. It was funny the other day. When you and I started talking about doing this, and I was driving down there. I drive a Jeep, and I drive really fast.
I bet you
And
will.
I have a standard, and I just come onto those gears because that's the way it is. And I off road and all the fun stuff. But as I was driving down the road, and I had the top off my Jeep, and these two really young girls drove by me, and my hair was all over the place, and they were laughing. And I thought, what are they laughing at? Because they looked directly at me, and I thought, I'm going to take the time to think about this. So I reversed the places, and I was the young girl in the car. And here, I'm thinking this gray-haired woman going down the road in this Jeep with the top off.
They should
And
be applauding, darn it.
and I'm thinking, either they were going, oh my God, look at her, or they're like, yay. And I'm going to go with the best one. But,
Absolutely. They should be applauding.
it's the first time that I was ever faced with that. I've never been faced with that. And I found it was another step or level of embracing the
Yeah.
choices that I've made. I don't regret it. I would be regretting having to keep going and getting it dyed. I'm done. That's all gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm still in the process of because I was coloring it for so many years, right now what she's doing is lightening it for me so that it'll
Oh,
match.
nice.
Because I
Nice.
mean, you can still see underneath kind of
Yeah.
what the color was before. This is a little closer to, let me just close the door.
Yeah.
It's just a little closer to my natural color. But yeah, Robert says, my issue is growing my beard out. It's all white now. So yeah, you can go
Right.
with old or
Men are
you can
faced
go with
with this.
distinguished, Robert. And the difference is really mostly in your head, to be honest. You get to decide to a large extent what's going on with that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so if you're saying that it's an issue, then it's an issue. Or you can say, I am going to be, a silver fox. Can be very distinguished. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. But yeah, we do at some point need to let go of clinging. I mean, we need to be healthy and strong. Absolutely. It's really one of my passions, and I think yours too, Lynn, is helping people age in a healthy and strong way and
Yes.
with dignity
Yes.
and with vigor because we want to be, we want to stay, uh, you know,
Youthful.
independent and strong and healthy. And
Mhm.
so that is really important. But what we maybe don't need is to hold on to images of ourselves from years ago that maybe aren't appropriate for us anymore. And that can be really hard.
That's a good point because when I think of gray hair, I think it's mom and dad. That's a
Mm,
mom and dad thing.
grandma.
Grandma. But you
I
know
was
what?
running in the park the other day and somebody went, "Good job, grandma."
Women and men are going gray very, very young today.
Well, it's in my family too. Like
Yeah.
you should have seen me in my 30s. I was all salt and pepper.
Yeah. Age has nothing to do with it. It's in our minds. We think it's associated with age. It's really not. It's really not.
Well, it can be genetic for sure. By the way, I see we have some more viewers, and I would
Oh,
love it
good.
if you would drop a comment, say hello, tell us where you're from. What do you think about growing out silver hair? Um, if you're not quite ready for a nursing home. So
Can you imagine us in a nursing home? They kick us out.
we would, well, also they don't, to be honest, they don't make nursing homes like they used to.
No, they don't.
Like
No.
the nursing home that, in my community, it's people are much older, much sicker. There's a much larger group with dementia and so
Right.
on. Like maybe 30 years ago, there might have been people our age living in a place like that, but now it's really like the last stop. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. It
yeah,
is a different lifestyle.
we're not there just yet.
Yeah. The important thing though is that as we are embracing this change, we want to make sure we take care of the change.
Absolutely.
We don't want our hair to grow gray and now to be dry and brittle and our cells be unhealthy. I know I take a collagen that's been exponentially beneficial for my entire body, but what it's done for my hair, I remember I went to the doctor and I had my blood test because my hair was coming out in clumps. And I've always had long curly hair. And so to lose my hair in clumps, it was
It must have been terrible.
devastating for me. And the doctor, it was breaking off and it was up to my shoulders. Um, and but the doctor had no solution. So I started taking a high quality collagen. And I just caught the back of my head the other day and I saw my hair and it shocked me. That's where I saw the difference in my hair. It's like, I don't know, it's like woolly, full, really
Yeah.
curly and long,
Yep.
but it's healthy and it grows. I was checking my time frame. I'm cutting it to keep it from going too crazy on top every 2 weeks because of this beautiful collagen that I've found and I've been taking. And boy, I tell you, it's amazing um, how valuable collagen actually is to our system. And it not only does it help our hair, but it helps, our full body.
And skin. I mean, I don't know how many people realize that you and I are both in our 60s.
Yeah, I'll be 63 in a couple days.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got a birthday coming up. Happy birthday.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I just
And
turned 60 in February, so yeah, it's a it's a different. They don't make 60 like they used to, that's for sure.
no, not at all. But you've got to be careful the type of collagen that you actually take, because if you take a powdered collagen and you unscrew the top and you scoop it out, oxygen and collagen don't mix. It actually depletes the quality of the collagen. So when you're taking it out of the container, putting it in your tea, the oxygen has already had its opportunity to affect it. Or you get the large bottles of liquid collagen, and you're opening it up and you're taking a scoop and drinking it and closing it, putting it back in the fridge.
It really
Again,
degrades. Yeah.
by the time you get to the bottom of the bottle, like how good or how beneficial is the quality of the collagen, in that bottle. So I know the stuff that I take, it's in a small vial. I crank it off, drink it back, throw the bottle in the garbage, and there's no oxygen.
Recycling, Lynn, recycling.
Well, yes, I do. I do. Recycling.
No,
Yeah,
but it's really important that people know that, because you see something in a little bottle, you might think that it's wasteful.
yeah,
It's glass and it's recyclable. It's
it's recyclable.
sustainably made, because that is, really important. So I
Yeah,
think we should mention that it's not just like, well, I mean, you use it once, you do throw away the bottle, but it's glass and it's recyclable.
recyclable.
That is really important.
Yeah. There's different types of collagen also, and marine collagen is the most effective when it comes to enhancing our own collagen that we have in our system. And the collagen peptides, and I love this thought, is these peptides have amino acid links like you would with a chain. And these things buzz through your system that goes through our bloodstream from one tissue to another tissue, and it's enhancing it, and it's enhancing our own personal collagen that starts to deplete when we are in our 20s. So by the time you're in your 40s, you're really struggling with collagen. That's why we start to really see ourselves age, and our skin loses its elasticity, and our hair loses its luster, and our nails, and all these things. So as I was thinking about it, if these amino acids going through our system, sending off these messages through the bloodstream, that message also reaches the follicles in our hair. So that's
Absolutely.
why we're seeing such amazing results. It affects our joints, removing the stress and the inflammation in our joints and our nails, in blemishes. It's our fine lines, all of it. It's an amazing collagen, marine collagen is. But in regards to our conversation, we want it to benefit, of course, our hair follicles so that we have great growth. And I know it grew mine. I feel like some days when I look in the mirror, one of those lawyers back in the 1700s with that white wig they'd put on, because my hair's grown out of control by taking this
Can,
collagen.
can, can you see the comment I just put up on the screen?
No, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see because of the reflection.
That is Janet saying, I have amazing results. So
Yes.
awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you, Janet.
Yeah. But something else is I've got a history of drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and for many, many years. And I lost all my eyebrows and all my eyelashes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So, yeah. And it you know what? It's very stressful because it's not nice, not from the world I came from. And so what this collagen has helped do, first time in 20 years, I was able to curl my eyelashes because they've grown back in and they're coming back into my eyebrows. So it's affecting the hair follicles in our eyes, our eyebrows, our head of our hair, our head, our head of hair. And it's amazing to see the results. Definitely.
Yes, it is. I know for me, it's been a completely different experience because not only have I not had long hair for decades, seriously, decades since I last had long hair.
Wow, eh?
And but not only that, I have never had light colored hair, so I have had to learn all over again how to do this.
Advantage.
Yeah, so it's been definitely an experience, but I know what you mean about the lashes.
Oh, oh, I'm in shock. I'm in shock. You know,
I
like
haven't tried curling them though. That's hilarious.
I couldn't even wear fake eyelashes because they had nothing to hold on to.
Mm,
I was a baldy. I'm so glad that I've
well,
come in
I'm glad you're
contact.
healthier now, for sure.
100%. But it boils down to it. And you know what? It has nothing to do with vanity. It
Hmm.
has to do with how we're viewing ourselves and the life choices that we've made and how it's affected us long run, long range. Um,
Absolutely. Being strong and healthy and vigorous at our age is absolutely not something to take for granted, and we're very grateful.
you know, this is a truth. And I had a conversation with a client last night, and she's 38, and we cannot waste our time on bad relationships or drug abuse or alcohol abuse or being in the wrong job or not being happy because we're now in our 60s. How long? It was just yesterday we were in our 30s. Where did that time go?
We
We
don't
don't
have time to waste.
waste. We don't have time to waste. And I said that to her. Make life changes because
Yeah.
it's gone in a flash.
You'll be 60 and you'll go like, wow.
Where did it go? It's the
Where did it?
truth.
Talking of time, my dear, do you realize, can you see the time? We've
No, I
been
can't.
talking for 23 minutes.
Oh, nice. This has been fun. I hope
Yeah,
everybody's
and
enjoyed it.
it is great. And greatly appreciate everyone who's come on and especially those who have chatted with us.
Oh,
We will
yeah.
be back next week.
Good. That's what I look forward to. This was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So
We
so
haven't,
this week we are on my StreamYard, on my Facebook page and my LinkedIn. I don't know, do you have LinkedIn, Lynn?
yep. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
we'll have to see whether you can go live there. They're sometimes a little picky, but
Okay.
we'll figure it out. But for sure, we will be in our Facebook group for the Power to Transform. So if there's anyone who's watching and wants to know more about that, then you can message me wherever you are, whether you're on my Facebook or on my LinkedIn or on YouTube, where I will be putting this later, and possibly Instagram. We'll see how that goes. And feel free to drop me a message or drop Lynn a message. Lynn is amazing. Trust me, you've only heard the tip of the iceberg of her stories. And we will be more than happy to chat with you about whether it's about hair or about other things. Feel free to message
Reach
us.
out.
And any last words before I close this down, Lynn?
I just thank everyone for joining us. This is the first time we've attempted this. So I've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed,
Mhm.
it allows you and I too to get to know each other better because we're going to spend a week together in Orlando, Florida soon enough.
We are. I
I,
am looking forward to that.
yeah, I
It's going to be
agree.
fun.
I agree. Have a
All
good
right.
evening, friends.
Have a good evening. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone. Remember, you
Thank-
can message either of us if you have any questions about what we talked about tonight.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.